I'm so glad I made lazy reviews a thing because I fucking need one. Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and today I'm applying a face mask by The Ordinary. Whoop. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, you can see my janky nails though. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of quickie review because this week is just not doing it for me. Anyway, the whole reason for lazy reviews was to be able to do this kind of shit with y'all because I want to make videos more often, but fuck, are they time and energy consuming? I did not think this through. Have a washcloth. So today's lazy review is going to be on Madam Glam, and I got 10 minutes before I gotta wash this shit off my face. It set a timer for 10 minutes. Why was it set on 7 hours? 10 minutes. Beep. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I got distracted. You can live with, ooh, my eyebrows. So, Madam Glam, they sent me a bunch of nail polishes. And now I'm gonna make a video on them. They're not nail polishes, they're gel nail polishes. Welcome to this mess that is my life and this video. But, every once in a while, we should have a messy video. So they sent a bunch of gels to the wrong address 3 times. Got to interact with the people there. They were very curious to know what was in these packages and were disappointed to find out it was gel nail polish, but it's exciting to me. Anyway, so I have a I have a bajillion gel nail polishes to show you, and I'll just be honest, I really like Madam Glam's formula. I find that the creams are opaque and that the jellies or the sheer gel nail polishes are also perform very nice. I have a couple of quips with the shears that I received in this package. They weren't my favorite and I found them to be incredibly streaky. But if Madam Glam didn't want to hear me say that, they shouldn't have sent these polishes to me. However, I found the creams to be really stunning. I've honestly can't stop wearing the neons that I received in this package. I am just in love with neons as of late. Don't know why, maybe it's because it's the summer. But I thought it would be really fun to make a video just swatching them for you. I'll show you a couple of pictures of nail art that I have done with these gels using a couple of other gel nail polishes to kind of fill in the gaps that I'm missing in my Madam Glam collection. Hopefully we can fill those in. Wink, wink, Madam Glam. Send me more shit. Anyway, with that shitty intro done and my face mask also done, let's jump into the swatches. Now that you've heard my morning voice, let's talk in my evening voice, because we're talking about the gel swatches. Now, gel is a funny little business because you have to cure everything in between layers. So, in between every single layer that you see me putting on here, I'm curing that layer for 60 seconds. Make sure you are applying thin layers so things fully cure. We do not want to develop an allergy here. That would be nar. Anyway, the first polish that we have from these summer gels is Glam Element, and it is a bright hot pink gel. I really liked it. It was fully opaque in 2 coats. Got no qualms with this baby. Next up, we have Eden Garden, and if you didn't get from the name, it is a green polish. Now, the bottle looks a little bit more emeraldy. However, this one is definitely not a true emerald green. It has kind of a pastel-y leaning, however, it is still fairly bright. It borders kind of pastel-y neon, or maybe it's a pastel neon, who knows. This polish was opaque in 2 coats, which I really like. When I'm dealing with gels, I really hate dealing with more than 2 layers, so thank you, Madam Glam, for some 2-coaters. Next up, we have Celestial Jungle, and this one was my favorite. On the bottle, it looks like this will be a true neon green polish.
However, personally, I found this to be fairly yellow leaning, as you can see here in this swatch. It is kind of that neon or radioactive booger color, and I really liked this shade. I have an affinity for all things booger or vomit or avocado colored, so this was a funsy one for me. This was fully opaque in 2 coats, which, again, always appreciate, and I think it's a really fun color. I've had a lot of great times playing with it. Next up is Lucky Number 9. I don't understand if the name is a reference or something, but it's a very beautiful kind of periwinkle shade. Again, the bottle colors don't necessarily match all that well. There is definitely some differences in what I was expecting and what I got, but this polish was still very beautiful, very opaque, and it's my favorite kind of blue, so bonus, bonus, bonus. Now let's move to our autumnal gels. This is New Quest, and it is a icy pale blue. It is one of those blues that is bordering white, so keep that in mind if that's not your type of blues, or maybe it is. I thought this one was a nice polish, just not my typical go-to shade of blue. Personally, I like things to be a little bit more bright, but it functioned just nicely. I kind of always hope that I will see more exciting colors for fall, but what are you gonna do about it? Again, I'll just highlight that it functioned beautifully. It was a 2-coater, and it works nicely for nail art. Next up is Divine Self, and now I really like this shade. I kind of like to lean on these like purpley grays that we start to see coming out in the fall. Again, nothing too original here. It was a 2-coater. I did notice that this particular formulation was thinner than the other gels that I received. That might just be me being weird, and maybe I didn't mix things appropriately, or maybe there really is a consistency difference, but keep that in mind when applying. I had some flooding issues with this one. Next up is Visionary, and I was excited to get this color. I don't have any of these slate grays in my collection, especially for gel, so I was just nice to have this added to my collection overall to fill in some gaps in colors. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I actually own any gray gels, so huzzah, that's great. This one performed really nicely. It was fully opaque in 2 coats, and again, this one had a little bit of a thinner consistency. Could just be me, could be the formula, but keep that in mind. Then we have 8 of Blue. This was a blue-leaning gray polish, and I really liked this one. It had almost a bit of a jelly feel to it, but it's clearly a cream. Just kind of the feel and the texture of it playing around on the brush. Maybe they did an update to the formulation. As I keep talking about these inconsistencies in the formula, I'll have to look into that, but I liked it. It was fully opaque in 2 coats. It was glossy, it was shiny, and I can't wait to use it for some nail art. Then we have the Bridal collection. Now, I had a lot of gripes with this collection. They're supposed to be these like sheer tan pinky polishes, or what we've previously called nudes, though we're moving away from that terminology, and they were just patchy. They were thick to use. Definitely felt different from other Madame Glam polishes that I have used in the past that have a thinner or jelly consistency. As you can see, I had to play around with it quite a bit to get it to kind of even out. The color just kind of wanted to clump together in spots, and while I know this is supposed to be like a sheer kind of better than your actual nails kind of polish, I just was not happy with how these performed. It was just too much fussing, and when I have all of these other sheer jelly polishes that I like to use so much more often, I think I'm just going to get rid of these, give them to a friend who's maybe just getting into gel. But as you can see, 2 coats, and there's still a lot of unevenness, and for me, that's when I call it quits. Now, this was one where I was really disappointed, where I was seeing patchiness. Blush Rush was definitely my favorite color out of the trio, but it still had the same performance issues, and you're gonna just watch me struggle to apply this evenly. It's a lot of fussing around, and maybe that's my fault where we're getting into that uneven territory. But again, I have other jelly or sheer gel polishes in these kind of pinky tan colors that just lay down a lot more evenly. It could be my skill level, it could be the formulation, I'll let you decide, but yeah, just wasn't a huge fan, though I did really like the color. I think it would have been nice as like kind of a quartzy, marbly base. Though now that I'm looking at these, I don't really see what makes them all that bridal besides them just being like makeup for your nails, like foundation. This was another color that I liked the color quite a bit, but the performance was just not there for me. I don't know what it really is. I have other sheer Madame Glam gels, and oh god, I'm flooded everything, that just perform way better than these. So I think if I were to want this kind of shade or color, I would just go for their typical bottle. These ones come in a special, more rounded bottle, but I would just get it in the standard formulation. This is fine to skip over.
Well, this video was unhinged. I hope you enjoyed that because I just don't have the fucking energy to do something more coherent, and maybe unhinged videos are what y'all like. I don't know. Leave a comment down below so you engage with the video and the YouTube algorithm picks it up. I'm just here. I'm gonna go take my greasy butt to the shower to hose off and scrub away all of the dead skin collecting on my legs, but I hope you have a good week. Thanks, Madame Glam, for sending me these gel nail polishes, even though it was a little bit of a manhunt to get them. If you like this video, and if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. They're not all like this. Have a great day. Bye.